Right, so you know how much we love digging into gear that helps us adventure better, right? Well, today we're taking that up a notch, diving into eco-friendly camping gear. Gotta love gear that's as good for the planet as it is for our adventures.
For sure. And what better place to start than with an article called 10 Best Eco Camping Safety Gear for a Sustainable Outdoor Adventure.
Okay, so I took a peek at this article, and let me tell you, some seriously cool stuff in here, like a paracord bracelet. But it's not just any bracelet.
Oh, yeah, I know the one. It's like a whole survival kit hiding in plain sight. Love that kind of ingenuity.
Exactly. It's all about that less is more approach, which is kind of the whole point of eco-friendly gear, right?
Yeah.
Less stuff to carry, less to potentially leave behind.
Absolutely. It's about minimizing our impact, and that goes beyond just what we pack. But speaking of packing light, that Atomic Bear paracord bracelet is a great example. Fire starter, compass, whistle, you name it.
And it's a bracelet, so you're basically wearing your survival kit. Talk about being prepared.
Exactly, and stylish too. Who says functionality can't be fashionable? But I'm curious, what about those times when you need a bit more than a whistle? Say you need to, I don't know, dig a fire pit or something.
Oh, they've got you covered. Check out this Camping Shovel Axe Outdoor Survival Shovel Set. 27 tools packed into one. I mean, come on, that's got to be some kind of record.
That's incredible. It really speaks to how innovative these designs are becoming, although it makes you wonder, could that much complexity be a drawback in a real pinch?
Good point. Imagine fumbling around for the right tool while trying to set up camp in the dark. Sometimes simplicity wins.
Totally agree. It's all about balance, right? Finding gear that's multifunctional but still practical and easy to use, especially in a pinch. That's where thoughtful design really comes in.
So it's less about showing off the latest gadget and more about really understanding what you need to thrive outdoors.
Yeah.
But we've covered staying found and building a fire. What about shelter? Even the most hardcore minimalist needs a place to call home for the night.
Yeah, for sure. And in the eco-friendly shelter department, lightweight and compact are king. Which brings us to the Go Time Gear Survival Life Tent.
Wait, seriously? This thing's only 8.7 ounces. My phone weighs more than that. I'm used to my tent being, well, an actual tent. How does something that small even work?
That's the beauty of it. Don't let its size fool you. It's made with PT Mylar. This stuff is crazy durable and lightweight, plus it's tear and puncture resistant. Oh, and get this, it reflects your body heat. So you stay warm, all while being incredibly compact.
Okay, now that's just smart design. Warm, protected. But what about those nights when you really want to, get back to basics? Embrace the minimalist backpacking life.
Then you've got the emergency sleeping bag survival bivy sack. This one's a game changer.
Okay, I'm intrigued. What makes this bivy sack so special?
Well, for starters, it's even lighter than that tent, clocking in at 4.2 ounces. You're basically carrying a cloud. But here's the kicker. It's not just a sleeping bag. It's also an emergency signal.
Wait, hold on. Did you say 4.2 ounces? That's like, what, a bag of chips? And how could it be a sleeping bag and a signal? That doesn't sound very comfortable.
It's more comfortable than you'd think. But you're right, the real genius is in its dual purpose, the bright orange. It's not just for looks, it's designed to be a beacon for rescuers. Plus, it's windproof and waterproof.
Okay, now that's thinking outside the box. Or should I say outside the sleeping bag. Shelter, safety, and lighter than a squirrel. I'm starting to see why you're so into this eco-camping gear. This stuff is seriously cool. All right, back to the gear. So we've talked shelter, we've talked tools, but we can't talk eco-friendly camping without talking fire, can we?
Definitely not, especially when it comes to safety. Got to be extra mindful of our impact when dealing with fire.
Right, because a forest fire is like the opposite of eco-friendly. So besides being crazy careful in campfires, how do we up our fire safety game?
A reliable fire blanket is a must-have. Like this fire blanket for emergency situations and home safety, it's made from this flame-retardant fiberglass. It basically starves the fire of oxygen.
Wow, so it's like suffocating the fire. That's kind of brutal, but effective.
Yeah.
I always thought fire blankets were more for, wrapping yourself in, just in case.
Oh, yeah, you can definitely use it for that, too. This one's just super versatile, great for campfires, but also a must-have for the kitchen back home, just in case of a little grease fire.
Okay, sold. I'm adding one to my cart right now. Speaking of kitchens, this UCO 6-piece camping mess kit, right? It's like revolutionized my whole idea of backcountry dining.
I hear you. It's amazing how much thought goes into these things. This mess kit is next level.
Right. The plate and bowl make an airtight seal. Genius.
Wow.
No more spills or leaks in my pack. Plus, they've got those rubberized bottoms. No more chasing after runaway trail mix.
Those little details make all the difference. Less mess, less waste. Who wants to spend their camping trip cleaning anyway?
Amen to that. Okay, but let's get real for a sec. We've talked shelter, fire, cooking, but sometimes the biggest dangers are the things we don't even see.
Absolutely. Got to protect ourselves from those invisible hazards too. Dust, smoke, pollen. It's not just a city thing.
Easy to forget about air quality when you're surrounded by trees. But those allergies don't take a break just because we're in the great outdoors.
Exactly. That's where this face mask for dust, smoke, and pollen comes in. It's got carbon filters for those pesky pollutants. And the dual exhaust valves mean you can actually breathe, even on those tough climbs.
Love that they thought of that. It's like a face mask, but for adventurers. And speaking of being prepared,
Yeah.
this LUXMO survival kit and first aid kit, 142 pieces. I don't even own 142 things.
This kit is like the ultimate just in case. It's got all the first aid essentials, obviously. But then there's a hatchet, a folding shovel, a fishing set. It's unreal.
It's like they took everything you'd need to survive in the wild and put it in a bag. Perfect gift for any outdoor enthusiast. Now, what about those times when you need a bit more than a pocket knife? Enter the Sucrane Pocket Chainsaw. This thing is awesome.
No kidding. Forget those flimsy things. This one's got serious teeth. Cuts through branches like butter. And that paracord handle, super comfy.
No blisters here?
No blisters, efficient branches, music to my ears. Okay, last but not least, the Zenhaset survival shovel with camping axe. This thing is a beast. It's the ultimate eco-warrior tool. Heavy-duty carbon steel, a 180-degree rotating lock system. They even built in a compass and a fire starter.
Talk about going above and beyond. I don't know about you, but I'm feeling a little overwhelmed with all of this gear. How do we choose?
I hear you, it can feel like a lot. But don't worry, choosing the right gear is easier than you think. It all comes down to a few key things, which we'll dive into right after the break.
Okay, so let's break this down. Make some sense of all this amazing eco gear, yeah? Where do we even start?
Start with the basics, the building blocks and materials. Look for gear built to last, high carbon steel for tools, that kind of thing. And for tents, you want something tough, like tear-resistant nylon. The goal is for this gear to last through adventures, not end up trashed after one season.
Gotcha. So durability equals sustainability in the long run. Makes sense. One thing that's really stood out to me through all this is how lightweight everything is. Is that on purpose or just a happy accident?
Oh, that's totally by design. Weight is a big deal when it comes to eco-friendly anything. Think about it. The heavier your gear, the more energy it takes to move it around, whether you're carrying it or driving it to the campsite.
Right. Got to factor in that carbon footprint for
Right.
sure. So those feather-light tents and bivy sacks, it's not just about convenience. It's about using less fuel, less energy overall.
Exactly. It's all connected. And those multifunctional designs we love, that's where they really shine, packing more into less space, cutting down on weight automatically.
Love that. Saves my back too.
But
There's got to be a button there somewhere.
well, as awesome as all these multi-tools are, they need to be, usable. What's the point of 27 functions if you can't figure it out when you need it most?
Totally. Ease of use is key. Imagine fumbling around with some complicated gadget in a storm. Sometimes simple is best.
Exactly. You want gear that works with you, not against you, especially in a pinch. So, durable, lightweight, easy to use. What am I missing?
Let's talk safety. Can't forget those essential features. A good fire starter, a reliable compass, an emergency whistle.
And weatherproof gear. We talked about P-Mylar, but PE, that's polyethylene, is another great option for lightweight waterproof stuff. You never know what Mother Nature's going to throw at you.
For real. Nothing ruins a camping trip like a soggy sleeping bag. Learned that the hard way.
And hey, remember, the most sustainable gear is the gear you already have, right? Before you buy anything new, take stock, see what you can fix up, what you actually need to replace. And when you do buy new, support companies doing things right. Sustainable practices, eco-friendly materials, all that good stuff.
Love that. Vote with our wallets. Support the companies making a difference. This deep dive has been amazing, I gotta say. I feel like I've leveled up my eco-camping knowledge for sure.
That's what we're here for, helping you make choices that align with your values,
Absolutely. So to wrap things up, remember, eco-conscious camping isn't about sacrificing anything. It's about being mindful of our impact, respecting the environment, and finding gear that helps us connect with nature on a deeper level.
Couldn't have said it better myself. And to our listeners, we want to hear from you. What gear sparked your interest today? What are your biggest challenges when it comes to finding eco-friendly options? Join the conversation on social media. Let's keep this going.
Maybe your ideas will inspire our next deep dive. Until then, happy adventuring, everyone. And remember, leave no trace, but make it memorable.